Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to take a look at this beautiful new arrival. This is a 2012 Ducati 1199 Panigale S Tricolore edition. If you want to see a high-resolution, detailed photo set and all of the related technical data and specifications for this Panigale, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. But today I'm going to give you a quick condition overview, show you some of the notable features on this bike, of which there are many, and then we'll fire it up. So we'll start by looking at the exterior bodywork and the paint condition. This bike is showing just over 5,600 miles, mind you, but I cannot imagine it looked any better when it left the factory in 2012. This paint is absolutely perfect. Now, this finished in this Ducati classic red color scheme. They've become known for this color. You can see the styling on the tank. Kind of has those muscular shoulders, gives it a very aggressive look. Just beautiful, dramatic Italian design. Carries off into the tail as well with those pass-throughs for aerodynamic purposes. If you look at the front fairing, you'll see the bike is wearing the colors of the Italian flag, carrying down the sides of the bike and onto the tail. This is part of the Tricolore Special Edition, as signified on the tail there. Now, the previous owner ceramic coated this entire bike, and this paint looks unbelievable, as I stated. Now, if you even look at on the bottom, just behind the tire, I mean, there's not even any hard water spots. I'm coming to you as a detailer here at AlphaCars as well, and this is some of the best paint I've ever seen on a motorcycle that we've had come in. Just perfection. It looks wet all the time, and some of the benefits of ceramic coating, it's much more resistant to scratching, super easy to clean. It won't collect road grime nearly at the same rate as it would otherwise. So this is a very nice feature to have, is that ceramic coating. Again, just super clean. Looking here at the front fender, you'll see it's finished in the satin carbon fiber. This is just one of many instances where Ducati tried to save as much weight as possible on this bike. They were shooting for an amazing power to weight ratio, and they've certainly done that here. You'll see magnesium engine covers. You'll find these ultra lightweight forged 3-spoke wheels, both front and rear, as well as an aftermarket Termignoni exhaust system. Super lightweight compared to the original unit from Ducati, and you'll see this beautiful exhaust piping kind of showing through this window in the fairing. Very cool look. Again, just Italian design at its best. You'll see the Ducati single-sided swing arm. They're kind of known for doing this on their bikes. Single-sided swing arm, and as we're here on the back, you'll see that pitbull stand which comes with the bike. Super nice, sturdy stand, very, very reputable company, and it makes the maintenance on the bike much easier, as you can just stand it up straight with no need for the side stand, which is just here, integrated into the design quite nicely. You'll see Öhlins electronically adjustable rear suspension connected to the sidearm just there. And similar story in the front, you have adjustable Öhlins fork. And if you look down around the wheel, it's mated to Brembo calipers on either side of the wheel, both in wonderful condition. Now, as we're down by the side of the bike, just give you a quick look. If you look at the bar ends or the ends of the levers, that's generally where you're going to want to look to see evidence of a bike going down at some point in its life. Maybe on the engine cover or the side of the controls, or maybe the bottom of the exhaust. As you can see on this bike, everything is absolutely mint. No evidence this bike has ever not been on two wheels. Clearly very well cared for. As you can see, even the edges of the mirrors. Again, this bike is just stunning. As I mentioned, with the power to weight ratio, it was very important to Ducati to make sure this bike was lightweight and powerful. Speaking of powerful, this is Ducati's well-known V2 twin-cylinder engine. This engine puts down, at just over 10,000 RPM, it puts down 195 horsepower and just under 100 foot-pounds of torque. So certainly has the performance to back it up, to back up those amazing looks. You can see the tail. You do have the red brake lights there, and those white bars underneath are the turn signals. You also see this bike has had a fender eliminator kit, so it's a very clean look. Cleans up the tail and leaves just all that space underneath between the seat and the wheel, making it look beautiful. See, the tire has plenty of life left, hardly ever leaned over. As you can see, the wear marks on the side of the tire. This bike has hardly been pitched over at all. Seems to have had a gentle life in the past. Ducati script there. You can also see a GPS label in that little module there. This bike can actually track your lap times using GPS to find your start and finish location. Very cool. Could be an awesome track toy. And with features like this aftermarket Ducati performance seat, it can still be a very comfortable ride. You can see that nice suede finish with the red stitching and that grippy material on the back of the seat. It's going to be helpful to hold you in place, certainly with the kick this bike must have going down the road. Fire it up, show you that beautiful display. See, crystal clear. There's 2 different modes for day and night. There's also a few different riding modes if you're approaching this bike as a bit more of a newcomer to the Panigale style. This bike, you can set it to 120 horsepower with soft power delivery. There's another mode for full 195 horsepower with soft power delivery, and then the full-on race mode, which has full 195 horsepower with instant unrestricted power delivery. Before I start it up, because you won't be able to hear me, there's those tail lights. Again, showing off that stunning design. Let me throw on a turn signal for you. As you can see, very well integrated, would hardly notice it's even there. And as we're talking about lighting, let's look at these headlights as well. It would appear they're flashing on the camera. That's just an illusion of the camera. With the LED lights in person, they're functioning perfectly, and it's a nice even tone. I'll throw on the high beams because I know they look nice as well. But yeah, that flashing is simply a camera illusion. Nothing to worry about there. So I'm gonna fire it up for you. Got to do this with one hand. So I gotta clutch in. Bike's quite loud, you wouldn't have been able to hear me. I was talking just then. Another quick thing to note, you see this black module here on the shifter? That is a quick shifter, so you only need the clutch to start and stop. Once you're rolling and you get up into the higher RPMs, you can just kick the shifter into the next gear and the bike will cut ignition and handle the rest for you. That'll save you precious tenths of a second on the track. And Ducati's all about getting those good lap times. So if you have any further questions about this Panigale, please reference the listing at AlphaCars.com. There you will find all of the necessary contact information. Thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful day.